Talk about Bow Wow. So Bow Wow asked this question the other day, which I thought was relatively interesting, where he was addressing award shows. And you know, Bow Wow is a musician, but once upon a time, not that long ago, he did host a show called 106 in Park, which I've been hearing so many rumors that they talking about bringing that show back. Even if they do decide to bring that show back, I'm like, mm-mm. First of all, the days of countdown shows and other stuff, that's over. Unless y'all gonna bring it to like a net, or not even a Netflix, bring it to like a YouTube or something or another. But I actually like his idea. So he seen the rapper turned actor has sparked conversation after questioning whether traditional TV networks should still be hosting music award shows. In a post, he suggested that the music streaming services and digital platforms like YouTube and TikTok might be better suited to take over the space. Saying question, is it fair for networks who don't play music or show music videos to even have music award shows? Should the online companies take over? For example, YouTube Awards, Spotify Music Awards, Apple Music Awards, TikTok Music Awards, etc. But here's the thing: let's rule out TikTok because TikTok is trash. First of all, you got Larry Ellison, um, who owns Oracle. He basically has a stake in TikTok, which is now suppressing any kind of points where we call out Zionism and anything that you say about Israel and what they're doing. You know, they got their hands up in the Palestine thing. Now they starting, they're behind, they've got their hands in what's going on with Venezuela and all that other stuff. So if you speak anything regarding Israel, which they feel like if you say anything against what we're doing, you're anti-Semitic, which I call bullshit on that. Um, I don't want TikTok to get involved because TikTok is giving sort of the similar thing that I don't like about Spotify, which is cooking the books, doing a lot of scandalous shit, just so that way they could push their people, the Drakes and all of it. And we don't get into that Drake Rico charge mess coming up later on in the show, pushing their favorite artist to the top of the food chain for them to clear and get all the awards. When it should be, in my opinion, I was like, but should it be fan based? Because sometimes I'll be looking at some of you fans, I'll be like, I don't be knowing what y'all talking about regards to this music. And the way y'all be voting, I'll be kind of side eyed. I'm like, really? That's like this other moron talking about that. And this is something different with the award shows, like recently the Critics' Choice Awards. This kid who was an Arianator was tight because Ariana Grande did not win a Golden Globe, not a Golden, a Critics' Choice. That Amy Madigan, who played, Aunt Gladys in Weapons, won over Galinda in Wicked for Good. I was like, first of all, the right witch won, and what we're not going to do is, oh, because your fave didn't win the award, you feel like she did a better job because. Oh, this is the second time she's been up for an Oscar, and now she's not going to win, and now there's no chance of her getting the Oscar. She never had a chance. No shade, but I don't care how much weight Ariana lost or whatever she was doing. I don't know. I don't care how many letters she wrote. I don't care how many little political games she was trying to play. You had no chance of winning this Oscar. She wasn't going to get it. There's far too many stronger performances from a lot of actors in a lot of better movies because compared to all the films that's being rummaged around as nominations, a lot of them eats over Wicked for Good because a lot of people said they hated Wicked for Good. Wicked for Good was pointless. You took a 30-minute piece of Wicked and you just decided to make a split it into another thing and stretch it out because y'all wanted to capitalize and make it was a money grab. It wasn't about like trying to find a way to tell an interesting story. So I don't want TikTok to get involved because with TikTok and the Ellisons being involved, Paramount answered because I just read a story today that TikTok and Paramount are getting together to do something regarding this primate movie. And I'm like, oh, it makes so much sense because father and son have stakes in it. The son owns Paramount, the father owns TikTok. Now, bought a stake of it. So now you're trying to go hand in hand with that where you're using TikTok to promote your movies. But there's interest there because of who's at the top of the food chain running things. So I side eye. I don't want them to get involved. If there was anybody that I would look at, I don't know if I would want Apple. Well, I like Apple Music. I listen to Apple Music. I don't know if I would want Apple or Spotify. I would like them to want to be involved. But if there was anybody that I would think that I would do that would be perfect for an award show, it would be YouTube. Because you could do YouTube when you have music, you have film, and they're trying to get into all those spaces. Podcasting, They air music videos on there as well. A lot of people promote their music videos and stuff on YouTube. It's also a way for YouTube for people to promote their stuff even more with YouTube, since YouTube is trying to build themselves as this big global conglomerate. Yeah, they're already popular in so many ways, but with YouTube, as I'm saying, like when I said before about Netflix's biggest competition aren't these studios, it's YouTube, because they're trying to move in a lot of the same space where they're trying to be the future. And now with YouTube acquiring the Oscars, and that's not happening until what, 2029? I definitely feel like it would be smart if we moved on and transcended into the YouTube space. Because to be honest, I seriously do not understand why there is a VMAs when y'all ain't played a music video in like almost 20 years. So it doesn't make sense. Why are we still doing a music video award show and y'all don't play music videos? And you saw recently for the first time they aired it on CBS. And what they also was trying to do was incorporate a lot of the Grammy stuff, the way that the Grammys run their show, into the VMAs. So that's what I've noticed that they were trying to do to make it feel more like the Grammys and less like the Video Music Awards, because they were hyping up more of the performances and all these other things and social media and all that other stuff. It's time, like I always say, well, as once the Oracle said at the end of the Matrix, or in the Matrix Revolutions, everything that has a beginning has an end. And it might be time to put some of these award shows to an end and evolve it into something else. So, to be honest, I would have to say I'm definitely here for what Bow Wow has to say on this. But let me read some of the comments, because I got this from the Jasmine brand, by the way. So shout out to them. Wait, actually, let me just pull up the Jasmine brand's post on it and see what the people were saying in the comments. So one person said, "Meh, artists are also not releasing music videos like that anymore, and a lot of us don't have time to watch them. Although I do miss music videos, the award shows are boring now because of the performances. You have to give us old and new school, not just old new, just not just all new school." Well, here's the thing: to say that. Well, you saying that you don't have the time. You know how busy I am, and I always find the time to watch a music video. The amount of jobs this bitch over here got. I was like, but I always find time to see a music video. So speak for yourself. Maybe he was speaking for himself. But also, when you look at the BET Awards, they give you old and new school. They don't just give you, oh, who's the latest artist? Because no shade, a lot of you new up and coming girls and a lot of you artists that they be hyping up over the years, y'all live performances, the way y'all be carrying yourselves, trash. That's why I live for my generation. When they be coming out with the Brandies and the Monicas and the Mayas and all of them, when they get up there on that stage and they eat y'all up, because my generation is of the school of like, yeah, training, all that other stuff, artist development. But I understand this generation, this in the industry of now does not media train, and also they don't train artists. They don't do artist development, I guess is the word I'm trying to look for. So another person said, R&B Junkie Official, I've been saying this. BET don't play music videos 365 days of the year on the main station, but for one night they want to have a music award show. Um, Somebody also said, "Do the Grammys play music videos?" I don't think that was the point of what he was saying. He's not. He's talking about. This is why reading is fundamental, not for the mental. He said, "So the online well, wait, look, is it fair for networks who don't play music or show music videos be valid to even have music award shows?" The Grammys is about celebrating music. They've been doing that for over, how long has the Grammys been on? For over what is it, like half a century or whatever? I can't remember how many years the Grammys been, but the Grammys been around for a long time. It's about celebrating music. But I think what he was getting at, even though he brought too much into it, because now I feel like you just nitpicking the girl that wrote that in the comments. He said, or show music videos. Of course, yeah, you have awards. Do ABC, do they got the American Music Award? Do they play music over there? So why we gotta sit and split hairs and nitpick? I want to see what the people. I hate when I be trying to open this and I don't want to open up what the people were saying. But others say I like it, but we need our own channel and awards. We can't complain about Spotify, etc. Then turn around and give them an award show. Well, I don't use Spotify. Another person said not sure why MTV still has the VMAs, but they don't play videos anymore. And some people, for the most part, a lot of people are agreeing with him. And they said, how about someone of the culture create an award and stop letting others dictate our cultural accomplishments? Well, we have BET. I don't know who's running things over there, but we also have fan base where Isaac Hayes' son actually runs that channel, and that's growing. So who knows? Maybe down the road, if people invest in that and want to go over there with fan page, who knows? Maybe Isaac Hayes the third, or I think that's his moniker, but the son of the legendary Isaac Hayes will go and maybe create an award show or something over there. I want to get more involved in fan base because that seems like a really cool channel. I mean, I have a fan base account. I just barely use it, but I gotta start investing in that. So yeah, I definitely want to. And so in Kate, and damn, I can't even talk today. So basically, what I want to do is this: I want to hear from you all. What do you guys think of Bow Wow? Do you feel like he has a point? Do you agree with what he's saying? What are your thoughts on this whole thing? Do you think that networks who no longer play music videos should still be hosting award shows? My thing is this: I propose YouTube do an award show. Why not? And it's like not only do you incorporate, the music videos and things, but incorporate podcasters and all the other stuff because there's so many different picks of the litter that you have when it comes to YouTube. So why not YouTube do an award show? And since they do house a lot of music videos, and yeah, they always say like, well, people aren't putting music videos out there anymore. So maybe you should do what do they call that thing? The thing where they talk about where people the like best visualizer. I don't know. Since a lot of people can't afford to make a crazy music video like a abracadabra or something like that. If you were somebody that does a visualizer like Alison Goldfrapp or somebody like of that moniker, like a lot of the artists have been doing, then you could do best visualizer to a song, whatever, and then people find creative ways to do that. There's so many creative ways that you could do the whole video thing. So I definitely want to. I know this is multi-layered; it's a lot. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what your overall thoughts on this story in the comments down below.